Greetings, I'm Les.
And I am Scandal.
And let's grow a garden together.
Yeah, let's do some Easter event together.
Right, let's do some cantankerous old dudes together.
Right. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. All right, so
it's popping out because it's like you could change this if you want.
Yeah, you could change it.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you could totally be like, I will do something different. It's fine.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. I thought it was different parts.
Yeah,
of it,
no,
but
that's
it's zoomed
just the
in
house.
differently.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Anyway, so we are right in the thick of the Easter event for Lily's garden. This is a special Easter episode, and we're just gonna go right on ahead.
Yes,
All
let's
right.
do.
We're gonna stroll down memory lane. Here we go.
Yes.
Day 1 of the event. How many days are in this event?
Yes.
Holy crap! Well, let's find out.
Well, here it is. Behold.
Looks like a low table, made out of pallet boards. The tree, it's nice. Tall, lots of branches, nice leaf coverage.
No, not the tree, the table. This is the table's the first thing I ever built. You know, Otis taught me. It was a gift for Beth.
This is your first carpentry excursion?
That's amazing.
Wow, there's a huge project.
Yeah, it's actually
For
enormous.
like if you were a kid, for sure.
Like, damn.
All right, here we go. Do we get to see you as
Yes.
Same overalls. Same overalls.
Just in case you can't figure it out.
Aww.
Easter used to be something special around here. A lot of happy memories. Best party was the highlight of the year.
Aww.
We were a family, you know? Even though we weren't related, the holiday brought us all together.
That's super cute.
Again, they're all a bunch of guy friends with their friend who happens to be a girl,
Which is
and
super
that's
cool.
super awesome. And by the way, whenever I'm talking about Regina calling Lily a girlfriend, I am literally talking romantic.
Yeah,
I get grumpy in regards to people going, yeah, socially, these are my girlfriends. I'm like, no.
And going, you know what? If they're your girlfriend.
I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of queer.
If a dude walked in and said, yeah, I'm gonna go see my girlfriends, and he is coded as heterosexual, you are not going to think that he's gonna hang out with a number of female friends. You're gonna be like, oh, are you poly?
Right?
Or like, what? Your girlfriends? Huh?
And there's also, at least to me, what's always bugged me is I'm like, okay, well, if women can do it, why can't guys go, these are all my boyfriends, what's up?
Exactly. Going, I'm gonna hang out with my boyfriends in the man cave.
Right? You're like, no.
Anyway, I also would say that if you're going to use girlfriend, since socially it is a relationship term, it shouldn't change depending on what your gender is.
No kidding.
That's my opinion. If someone uses it, I'll just ask if I'm confused. When someone's like, hey, it's my girlfriend night, I'm like, ooh, doing something romantic? And if they're
I
like,
have definitely
what?
teased my mom about it, for sure, because
Uh-huh.
she cannot stop using it. She's like, oh no, honey, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
My
fine.
girlfriends. Part of me wants the other parts of the family to be there too.
Right? Me too.
Like going, where's your mom? Where's your dad? Do you have other siblings? I'd love to see it.
But those two bats are ruining everything. Can't even stop bickering long enough to see that it's not about them. The thing is that they're taking it
Oh, dear.
personal, I feel like, because...
Oh dear.
What?
Do you see this?
Oh.
Anyway, they're taking it personal because...
They're taking it personal because, at least for me, in terms of, like, dealing with grief, people are like, well, yeah, the person is gone, so the only thing I have left is me. And what I'm trying to do is trying to impress upon everybody else that's around me how awesome or amazing or whatever that is. So if you guys actually don't know, my uncle died recently. So I kind of feel this a little bit, but I'm also just like, there's a level of frustration that I have because... my family has a lot of issues in regards to going like, all right, well, you're going to be now my emotional support person. And I get that people are sensitive during this time, and that's fine. It's just hard sometimes where you're like, I'm not as connected, and now suddenly you want all of my attention, and you want me to be your coping stepstone, whatever it is, and we don't get along.
Yeah.
And that's certainly just my situation, so
All right.
take it with a grain of salt.
I'm still like, why don't these look like normal bunnies the way the dog looks like a normal dog?
Well, that's
Like
what I said.
what?
I've never seen such...
Right. Hey, speaking of critters, look at these little cuties. I've never seen such colorful buns before. I've never seen such tail wagging on buns before.
No kidding.
Or so much head to body proportion if they're not cartoony.
Me neither. Where did you come from? Is there like an animal lab nearby? Why are you colors?
You
also,
look like animatronic toys.
I will say for me, please do not get your children or support the idea of going to go get your children or anybody's kids animals for Easter.
An Easter
Do
specific
you know
animal.
how many chickens and how many bunnies get abandoned or thrown out on the street or dumped off at adoption centers? Like, please Stop.
There's a huge amount of statistics showing that people who give, the cute little colored chicks or baby bunnies for Easter, that the families are not equipped to keep them because both of those are specialized pets that need special care.
Yes.
And they often go, once the color's worn off, once it's not small enough to let my kid keep it in a terrarium anymore or whatever, we then have to give it away. Or, hey, it's a bunny, you can release it into the wild.
Right?
And it's not good.
Yeah.
So anyway, where did you come from? And where did you go, Cottontail Joes? Should we follow them? Aye, where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cottontail Joe?
Oh.
Cottontail Joe. Looks like they're heading for the garden. They're probably for a snack. Better not let them know the salad bar's closed.
They probably, yeah. Just call me Alice. Down the rabbit hole we go. This is a little bit wild.
Oh, okay.
Down the rabbit hole. They look wild compared to the other character models.
It's true.
Like, Dog looks way more realistic. Are those supposed to be real bunnies? Or are they supposed to be a weird magical hallucination? I'm just like, because those look way more like a little bit more like real bunnies, but only a little bit.
Oh.
Because the proportions are still wildly off compared to Dog's more accurate proportions.
Right.
And Dog is the only other animal we've seen, except for, like, birds?
Right.
Birds. And the birds were all pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Like, they really were. Like, you could even recognize those were robins. So I feel like the bunnies are weird based on what they've set up for their own standard of animal accuracy.
So as you recall, with the minor deity that was the squirrel,
yes,
they seem to be having a sort of, at least to me, inclination to take anything that's mammalian-based and make it fluffy.
Disney
and
rodents.
very cute and Disney rodents.
I think it's Disney rodents. Because, again, Dog is a mammal and it didn't happen there. And the fish
Roxy's pretty cute. Like, overdone and cartoony. The birds themselves are really the most realistic, like, animal.
But, like, Roxy doesn't have that giant head proportion thing like the squirrel did. Does she?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
We're talking
maybe I
about
missed it
strictly
then.
model. Like, I do not agree there. Like, sure,
Okay.
in the art, she looks more realistic. But in the art, obviously, here, they look different than compared to their computer models. So.
Okay, then I'll just let it go. I was like, it feels like there's a specific bent for rodents must be specifically Disney adorable.
Right? Well, because, otherwise you'd recognize that they are rodents. And if you've ever dealt with, rabbits
Fluffy
digging
chicken nuggets! Not rodents, go ahead.
fluffy nuggets! All right, yeah, I just, like, sometimes dealing with them can be difficult, especially if you are running a farm or a garden.
Right.
Like, they can really suck. So, I don't know.
Right.
It looks like there's not enough going wrong today. Would you look at this place? I got half a mind to make rabbit stew for dinner, which I've actually never had. I've had bear before. Well, how about you?
I've never had rabbit. I've never had really any exotic animal. I think the most exotic animal that I've ever had is probably wild turkey instead of store-bought turkey.
Okay, I've never had that. I mean, I've had ostrich.
No, don't listen to her. Buns, she didn't mean it. No, I mean, like, my good friend Scandal here and I, we grew up with very different economic demographics, and therefore
Yes.
people had different hobbies. Like, so for me, I didn't have any experience. In fact, it was fancy because the first time, like, I was like I really just bought the cheap food and was exposed to, like, food stamp food a lot. And so,
Right.
like, when I moved out finally and I was like, there's real mayonnaise versus, like, Miracle Whip, I was like, oh, real mayonnaise. I love it because my Miracle Whip is cheaper. And, hold on.
No, it's fine. Bless
Goodness,
you.
into my elbow to be safe. All right. Anyways, because, and my dad liked Miracle Whip, like, not mayonnaise. So it never occurred to me to go after something else.
Right.
Anyway, don't listen to her, Buns. She didn't mean it. Is this a normal amount of rabbits for this garden? I mean, I guess it is Easter, spring, new life, busy times.
Just try me. Man, look at all of them. What are you supposed to do when your garden turns into a petting zoo? Also, by
Pet
the
them.
way, my God, so there was actually a couple of sections in the place where we used to live, where we got so much rain, there were just rabbits everywhere. And we actually had also, though, a dramatic increase in birds of prey as well, which was super entertaining to be like, those are falcons.
Yes,
Hunting
everywhere.
bunnies in the middle of a neighborhood.
In the middle of a neighborhood.
Very
It's
casually.
incredibly rural neighborhood. Because there was so much green and grass, the bunnies were just like, hello.
Hello.
And
I guess it would be a little bit more urban neighborhood.
urban
More-
maybe? Not
No,
rural,
yeah,
sorry,
not
the
rural.
other
I
one.
was like,
Urban neighborhood.
whoa.
I meant the other way around. Right in the middle of the city neighborhood.
Yes.
There we go. Not like a huge city, and it had a lot of natural areas, but like so many bunnies in the neighborhood.
Like, damn.
You're walking by.
The birds were very happy.
If you're out in the morning and you're walking, you're going to see 7 to 10 bunnies in the, spring, summertime. That's what's going to happen.
Right?
All right,
Absolutely.
petting zoo. So many. So fluffy.
Wah!
Why don't you let me handle it, Reg? Since when do we call her Reg? instead of Regina. I don't know. Anyway.
don't know. It's fine.
Reg-
When do we decide to obviously like call her Lils without asking?
That's fair, but I hadn't heard us use Reg in the main story that I remember.
We have. Actually, it's just the thing is to me it's been kind of weird because
Okay.
usually for me everybody usually asks about a nickname
Before they put it on. On the other hand, she renamed Dog straight out, and my official like birth certificate name, most people turn into a nickname as soon as they feel comfortable with me. It just happens all the time, especially dudes. It's just common. All right.
You're like, please stop. Yep.
All right. Why don't you let me handle it, Reg? Fixing gardens is kind of my specialty now. Plus, I know a thing or two about rabbit wrangling.
Do you? Or is this like how you knew a thing or two about repairing roofs and then called me to do it?
Oh, that sounds like a friendly burn, honestly.
Like, honey, my dear.
Only one way to find out. I'll make a box of bunnies.
All right, well, I better stick by Gramps and others anyway. Keep them from murdering each other. Holler if you need anything.
Okay, now we got Lily doing some work. Magic to summon the bunnies. Who's a cute bunny? Who is a cute bunny? Just a little foofa muffin? Yes, you are. I'm just gonna interact with wild bunnies like they're completely tame and they're not feral and they're not actually an independent animal, but they're a pet from a petting zoo or a store.
Again, do not do this to wild animals.
Yes.
My God.
So wild animals are not to be treated like pets. And when they say over and over again, stay away from the wild animals in like all of your kinds of parks, national areas, national parks, everything, do so. Give them space.
Granted, I have seen some really cool stories about people interacting with wild animals, but it's under very specific goddamn circumstances, so do not do it. If you want actually a really cool one, there's actually a story of a African town that I cannot remember the name of, but basically what it is there's a pack of hyenas that comes to their town and they eat all of their food at a certain time of night. So they all show up and they all go through these streets, but there is a specific guy that even, like, he gets them to come to his family because they're a part of basically his culture for his family of basically they eat all the bad things out of the town kind of thing. And they very much respect this hyena pack that comes in, and they're, like, they have this weird
So they're
relationship.
basically eating pest animals when they come through?
No, they're eating like their trash and their garbage. They will also deliberately feed them like meat or whatever, of going like, they're sort of like treating them sort of like, as far as I understand, was kind of like a scapegoat situation of like, I hand you the things that were bad or negative from my day or whatever,
They're
and you
being
consume those.
sin eaters?
Yeah.
The hyenas are being sin eaters. That's amazing.
And it's this very, like, it was really interesting to watch, at least the video that I saw, and it was actually really kind of sweet. And the guy actually, there's a gentleman that they sit down with, and he kind of is even there. And these are totally wild hyenas, and they're just sitting around him, and he just kind of pets them, and he feeds them, you know, meat that he carved up for them. And they're just chill until they leave, and then they leave the town, and they instantly go back to basically just being wild animals.
And the thing is things like that can be developed. And in the same way that helping wild animals, a lot of them will understand that you're trying to help them as long as you do it safely. Like I've seen deer rescued out of like frozen water and things like that, or birds stuck to fences. That's really great. But just wild animals that are doing fine, let them keep doing fine.
Yep.
Like, on the other hand, but you know, if you've watched the rest of our series, you'll understand that Lily is a garden warlock, so it's fine for her.
Yeah, clearly. That's it. Lily!
Huh? Right. Yeah, contain the invasion of the adorable bunnies. Definitely not gonna get distracted and play with them. Definitely, probably not. What's with the colored bunnies? Like, why?
More tiny, minor gods,
More minor
deities.
gods. You know what? I agree with that. The squirrel was an impressive minor deity. I totally am going for mediate the menfolk.
All right,
sorry.
now we're gonna get potentially more into
the story.
Stuff that I don't like in terms of tropes of going, look, you have your two girl characters.
They're
who
gonna
are going to caretake for
the men characters.
Yep, here
You're
we go.
strong, masculine, capable men that have to be treated like children or they're gonna tear each other up and themselves.
Which is not to say that this sort of thing doesn't happen, it just gets kind of frustrating because there's no counterbalance to it, really.
You don't have a lot of men caretaking for women when they're distressed and asking irrational. There's a lot of dismissing of it.
Yeah,
rather than trying to help you come back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's specifically in a romantic context and it's more one-on-one.
Oh
no. All right, we don't have opinions.
How's time out treating you? Did you kiss and make up yet? I see respecting one's elders went the way of the buggy. Don't forget, I'm your grandfather, Missy, and that means...
Stuff it, you old windbag. She doesn't need a lecture just because you can't decide on decorations.
Oh, I've decided. I'll say it slowly, so you'll be sure to understand. You're just wrong.
I didn't say I was right. I just said I was going to blame you. Oh, I didn't say it was your fault. That's what it was. I didn't say it was your fault. I just said I was going to blame you.
Then I am the Zen goddess of Easter. There are not two curmudgeons arguing in front of me. I will not kill them should they piss me off. I will not break everything in an attempt to get back. Like, fight me. Dude, my homie, my bro.
All right, so I'm just going to say she makes a great goddess of Easter.
She kind of does.
It's fine. Let's do it.
Can you two just agree to disagree and help me out here? My girlfriend's here, and the party is tomorrow, and I got a list a mile long.
Because we're doing this today for some reason. Disagreeing is about the only thing I'll agree with him on.
Did someone say something? Sounded like marbles in a garbage disposal. Ugly marbles.
I mean, if you put glass in garbage disposal and run it against the metal, they're going to be pretty unattractive marbles.
Oh, humble and wise Easter Bunny. Grant me straight.
Ha, here we go.
Oh, God.
All right, gate check. That's like a hip check.
A
Gate
vibe check.
Vibe check. All right, everyone, check your gate. All right, so tools of the trade, I don't know where they came from. Is that a lily one?
Lilies.
Okay, let's see if that's a lily one.
Yep, it's Lily.
It's Lily. Look at all
She's
these.
gonna go mess
with
up
the
with the tiny
tails?
minor
Blah, blah,
guts.
blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see. How am I going to undo the rabbit rampage? This is going to take a lot of mulch. Mulch?
What?
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 You're going to fix rabbits with mulch.
How does
I
that...
don't know, but them following her around is a little bit wild. Oh, hey, it's you guys again. Did you follow me, little bun-buns? Are we friends now? I'll take that as a yes. You rubbing your noses against each other is a yes for me.
Because that totally makes sense.
It is about me. If we're going to be friends, then I should probably give you names. She really has this thing of being very assumptive about names. How about Tom and Jerry?
God.
Or Mick and Rory? Rory? I thought it was Rory.
So it's because they can't use the names.
Right, they can't. I got it.
Or...
maybe Mandler and Chanukah. It's John and Terry. Got it. I read it wrong because I'm so familiar. Nah, we can do better than that. How about Blueberry and Buttercup? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so Blueberry, Buttercup, how would you and your friends feel about a garden timeshare? Maybe let us humans use it on the weekends? That seems really wild and weird. I don't know. How you gonna plan on handling those bunnies, dude? Beth's book for bunnies. Hey, what's this? Beth's book for bunnies. Looks like a recipe book for feeding rabbits, not for cooking them. Don't worry, guys. How to serve humans. Wonder what Beth would think if she saw you all. The way Mr. Jones and Mr. Freeman can talk about her, it's like she's two people. Could go either way, I guess. Hope Regina's able to keep the peace between those guys. She's got enough to worry about without playing umpire, or peacemaker, or parent.
Or child that is
or
playing
babysitter.
Parent and partner and...
What are you? I'm the emotional support grandchild. Kind of. Okay, Blueberry, you grab a shovel. Buttercup, you take the rake. No? Hey, it's your mess out there. Least you can do is help me clean it up. Or you can just look adorable. That works too.
Woo.
All right. Invasion contagion. They're just...
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. What? This is so wild. All right, gate check. Let's do it. We're running back and forth. Oh, here we go. Look, more free lives, I'll betcha.
Yay!
No, it's infinite rockets for 10 minutes. They did that earlier with the offer, too. But that's fine. We're fine. Honestly, some of the level structures, the infinite rockets, work really poorly because you have a setup of so few things that once you put a rocket in there, it just ruins it. This is really called Bunny Hill?
Yes.
All right.
Think you two could give me a hand with putting up a new gate? The old one's all rotted away.
It does look like it's gone.
Old thing all rotted away? Of course. You mean Otis. I'll haul him out to the trash, lickety-split.
Oh my gosh. Wow, the sass is hard. Why, you no good.
Gates! People! Gates! Need to fix this one. Course, we need to clear the vines out first.
And if you weren't both supposed to be here, maybe I could just set you up in different rooms of the house, drinking some tea or something, and you can calm down.
Some sweet lemonade. Oh God, that actually reminds me of the fact. So if you guys don't know, I know we have some international viewers, so it kind of makes me laugh. But there's actually a basically sweet tea that's very popular down south and a little bit higher up in the United States, where it is literally a cold tea and it has sugar. And it's brewed out of a tea.
Different things.
They are totally different things. So the thing is, what we're talking about, I think, is basically just sweet tea.
Just sweet tea. But anyway, some people will order sweetened tea, and other people want sweet tea, and they're different things.
It's true.
Anyway, gates. We need to clear the vines first. I think you had got that. Of course, we need to clear the vines first. Oh, look, she's magical now, too. A little while later, just...
Well, it's because, she's friends with her,
with
Lily.
Lily's taught her a thing
Well,
or
Lily
two.
is her girlfriend, excuse me,
It's
so.
fine. They're fine.
But also being friends is helpful, too.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's a start. Actually, always date your friends, like, goddammit. Probably shouldn't be asking this, but what would Beth have liked?
What did Beth actually do? How come nobody actually is doing what she did rather than what she likes?
Ornamental. The more curlicues and doodads, the better.
Wrong! She liked structure, sturdiness. Don't you remember going to that museum in Madrid?
Of course I do. She spent hours looking at the abstract pieces, but I wouldn't expect a Philistine like you to understand art.
To understand art! She was staring at them trying to figure out what the heck she was looking at. Not because she liked them, you old coot. Sounds like neither of you understood your friend very well.
I knew I'd regret asking. Forget it! I'll pick something out myself.
It's fine.
Dear God in heaven,
actually,
put it down.
I'll bet you we get to pick it out. Ha, 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 ha. So let's
Regina's
just
got so much input.
All right, gate change. So we did a gate check, now we do a gate change.
Vibe check.
Vibe check. All right, who's vabbing?
Ba-ba-da-da-da. You say ornamental. You say clean lines. I say it's a dang gate, and Beth would have liked it to open and close.
And keep the bunnies in. Oh,
God damn it. Out.
Heh, think you're probably right about that.
I see your point, Regina. You take after your mom, you know? What a brain on you.
Excellent. You know what I think is fascinating? He's missing part of one of his fingers, and they actually have it in both models.
Oh, I
just
didn't even
noticed
notice.
it. I wonder if that's going to be part of the story.
That would be interesting. Like, God, again, there's so many weird character details in this that I'm like, I am intrigued and also sometimes offended by where I'm like, I expect more out of you, and then I get completely blown away with, I didn't expect more out of you.
Yes, the
my
level
standards keep going, whoo, 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 whoo.
I expected more. I didn't expect so much, but I expected more in another area, but I expected less in this area. It's amazing. Like, we have talked about how this is a real, like, boomerang/yo-yo experience of going, I never expected them to go that far and that much, and then going, God, I expected more from you. Like, it's fantastic. I feel like this is a group of writers, and together they are making a fascinating thing.
They really are. It's really, but don't confuse that for me agreeing with him.
What?
Wouldn't dream of it. I can only wrap my head around so many impossible things at once, even if I think of one impossible thing every single day before breakfast.
Well, 7 impossible things before breakfast.
Aha! Speaking of impossible, can you stay out of my way while I make the best of this thing?
Yes, here we go.
All right, time to...
Oh, God. Why did she do it that way, though?
She said she was just gonna...
They're all exactly the same. There is no, like, in between. They're all just sturdy, straight lines and
There's
structure.
like... Yeah, I'm like, there's,
There's nothing, there's no fancy option.
Yeah, I'm like, there is no fancy option. I don't know what the crap you were talking about, my dude.
That sounds cheery.
Sure.
Like, the color looks cheerful. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, there was very few options in the board structure of those gates.
Fine job, dear. You've done the best you could with the mess Otis created.
Their gimmick of splitting everything in half, I get that it's a playful gimmick, but it also doesn't make sense unless she's getting up there and painting it these ways, because I don't see both of them being able-bodied enough to do that completely, or having enough, energy and, basically preparedness to get up there and do all that work.
Either that or they just didn't want to, because it seems like all they want to do, to me, is just argue.
It does seem like that. But yeah, there is definitely, like, if you look at Otis's model...
Is there?
Let's see, I watched it twice and it looked like he's missing part of
one
of his
of them
fingers.
I thought I saw one that was missing, but...
Anyway,
I swear. It's on his hand, too.
I was gonna say, yeah, it should be in both places. Anyway, it was
like,
really
that's
fascinating.
actually a good...
Coming from you, Picasso? Yeah, that's right. I know things. Not so uncultured now, am I?
She's like, I'm about ready to go scream into a pillow.
Scream.
All the days to leave my construction earplugs at home. Maybe I can just drown myself in one of the paint buckets over there.
Oh, baby.
Gonna do it.
Gonna do it.
All
right, out the gate. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna do the invasion contagion.
Yay!
Contagion?
Oh God, they have multiple days to this.
That's what I said. This is day 1. This is day 1. I don't know if it's only 2 days, though, because she said the event is tomorrow, so I'm imagining this whole story is only 2 days long. Based on that. Weedy, weedy, weed, diggy, diggy, dig, planty, planty, plant. The other bunnies are all way over there. What are we doing to contain the bunnies? Oh, taking everything away. How does that have to do with mulch?
Moving?
Removing everything is very mulching? That's better. Shoo, bunnies. Blueberry, Buttercup, Can you tell your friends to stop eating my handiwork?
What?
I'm trying to garden here. You mean
Handiwork.
the stuff you took away?
What?
I'm confused. Oh, you're too cute. I can't be mad at you, but I bet I can outsmart you, can't I? Let's have a look at Beth's book. Geez, Beth must have dealt with her fair share of fluffy invaders. There's dozens of recipes. It's like a rabbit foodie guide. This one has a note next to it. Tulip salad, highly effective. What do you guys think? Sounds tasty? Tasty enough to leave my plants alone? Plants you don't have yet?
Or
I liked how the
she
book...
liked bunnies.
Uh-huh.
And she encouraged bunnies to live in her yard. Because the thing I was going is like, those bunnies seem way too damn tame to just...
Additionally, it's called Bunny Farm.
Yes, it's called Bunny Hill.
Bunny Hill,
actually.
sorry, Bunny Hill. So I would say she liked bunnies.
She was in on the bunny train, my dudes, my homies.
I thought it was charming how the journal came into her hand, or the recipe book, one frame late based on what she was talking about.
Right?
I was entertained. It was a small thing, but I was entertained.
Right?
I'm not one for eating flowers myself, but if that's your jam. First course, coming right up. Where are you going to get tulips from, dear?
What?
Wheel them in. Also, again, eating my handiwork, all you did was take stuff away, so the visuals are not lining up with what you're saying. Let's wheel them in. Here we go.
All right.
So, empty wheelbarrow. And welcome to Lily's Michelin star restaurant for rabbits. Emphasis on for rabbits part, not rabbit stew. The bunnies have dialogue appearances. Wow.
Okay.
Since when did that just happened, right? Like that wasn't there before?
No, that wasn't there before at all, as far as I
know. Now they're characters. Seems like the ingredients for a rabbit luring tulip salad are tulips. Just tulips. Okay? I actually don't know if bunnies like tulips a lot, so...
I don't know either.
I wonder if different colored tulips have different flavors. Is this Skittles rules or M&M's rules or... Honestly,
oh God, I
who
actually
knows?
love that. Okay, so I have always been that person that really I will go, I know they taste exactly the same, but I only want to eat the blue ones last because I like the blue ones for some stupid reason.
See, and I'm one of those
Always
people
last.
with a weirdly genetically developed palate, in that I haven't really done a lot of work to develop my palate, but I've always had a very, very clear
Sensitive.
ability to taste things,
Right.
like impressively so, according to the feedback I've had from most people around me. And one of them is that different food colors taste different. So food coloring, one, has a flavor, and two, your different food colorings taste differently.
Right.
Some by company, but most of them by color. Like red and blue have really strong food color flavors, and then a bit of distinctiveness between them. So if you actually like the blue M&M's best, it might be because you like blue like 25 or whatever it is.
All right, well, that's fair.
Anyway. Oh, you two are so cute, my teeny weeny cuddly wuddly squishy squishes.
I clean myself.
You are, yes, you. The little yellow one being like, woo, embarrassed. Focus, Lily. You promised Regina you wouldn't get hopelessly distracted playing with bunnies. But maybe we can play for just a few minutes. I won't tell if you don't. Where are you you're summoning tulips. You're literally summoning tulips from the ground. You are literally a garden warlock, and I am for it. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Da-na-na-na-da-na. Poof, those are not just tulips. Those are a mix of flowers. In fact, they are the daffodils you pointed out earlier in there.
Oh, yeah.
And like some violets and...
Are those violets or like super crushed pansies?
Those could be some pansies, but that 3D rounded rendering is hilarious.
Yeah, it's also really funny, and also I'm having a thing going, are all those actually safe for bunnies? So believe it or not, guys, there are specific plants you do not want to give your bunnies.
Yes.
Like, dude, the stereotype also that bunnies will eat carrots is ridiculous. The only reason they will eat the carrot is because the carrot is on their available, basically, ground. Bunnies do not dig. They simply tend to eat whatever on their surface level.
Generally like greens. If they're hungry and you feed them stuff at home, they'll eat a lot of interesting things, including, a lot of people fed them berries, bananas, stuff. Bunnies are never going to get to bananas in the wild. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
But they can eat them. But as reference to carrots, the greens on the top is what they're looking for. So if you buy ones with the big bushy greens, snap those off and give them to your bunny. Or actually you can eat them yourself in salad, though they do have a pretty strong flavor.
It's true.
All right, bunnies, prepare for a feast. I don't even see any tulips in there, amazingly. Just follow me right this way. That is some amazing bunny herding. Wow. You're going to drown them. Oh, that's bad news.
Ha-ha! We told you she is a warlock, though.
She's like,
I gotta make a sacrifice.
Wow, I can't believe this is actually working. Beth's a genius. All right, I feel like the Pied Piper. Except you guys are way cuter than rats. Actually, rats can be freaking
rats
adorable.
are adorable. Okay, you guys want a cute interactive pet that is actually very smart and very loving and whatever else. As far as I understand, rats make fantastic pets.
Speaking as someone who grew up with pet rats, they do. They're very smart. They're very fun. They train really easy. Like you can litter box train them. You can train them that if they're riding in your pocket or on your shoulder to ask to get down when they need to go to the bathroom. You can train them not to like chew things and also to use basically like you know how people do those like cat courses around their house. You can do that for your rats as well.
Yeah, rats are great.
Also,
pets.
they can travel on like strings and ropes. So you can literally just string like sturdy rope and string all around your house, and they will just like hand over fist it to other areas.
There's also a really funny thing that they do that I didn't know about. So I can't remember, it's like called eye popping or whatever the heck it is.
Oh,
so when they're really delighted, they'll grind their teeth, but because of how close their eyes are actually to their
jaw
teeth and how much muscle that involves, it actually starts popping their eyes out of their head. Now it's weird and it sounds strange, but they're really like super delighted.
It's not like popping their eyes out of their head.
No.
Their eyes flex a little bit wider open, a little bit closer, like a little bit, they bulge a little bit.
And it's really cute.
And a lot of rat owners called it eye popping, which I'd never heard before, but I would tend to call it bulging if you haven't seen it.
Because it sounds horrible.
It sounds horrifying otherwise. All right, it's not like one of those little squishy toys that you squeeze and the eyes just...
Yeah, right?
All right, should I sing a song for our parade? I feel a song coming on. I was right, she sings all the time. If you go out to the garden... Oh, it's the teddy bear song.
It is.
If you go out to the garden today, you're in for a big surprise. My mom used to sing that to me. I looked, but I never did find any teddy bear picnics. I'm like, I knew that song. I told you it's a teddy bear picnic song.
Also, speaking of funny little detail, because this always makes me giggle. So there was actually an observation that was made years ago. So if anybody actually knows anything about Banjo-Kazooie, the Gruntilda song is the teddy bear picnic song.
So
it's super interesting.
And the way my friend found that out was because when they were playing the Gruntilda song on their phone, like video game music, I went, it's Teddy Bear Picnic. And my friend went, what? And I said, no, it's Teddy Bear Picnic, but weird. And so we went and looked it up, and they said apparently there was a thing that a lot of people gone, this sounds a lot like Teddy Bear Picnic. And the author themselves go, what was it?
Or the musician who
musician, sorry, the composer.
The composer, yep.
The composer said, didn't mean to be influenced by that song, but it's entirely possible. They're like, because I did know the song.
Right?
Anyway, so it's kind of charming. All right. My mom used to sing that to me. All right. So yeah, Teddy Bear Picnic is totally a song. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all these buns.
It's sort of ridiculous, actually. Like, good job? Question mark?
Good job.
So I guess though, other than that, we really do appreciate you guys being here, spending time with us, especially in this time of the coronavirus. Please keep yourselves safe. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, to share our videos with people who you think might like them. Also, if you want to support us directly, going to our Ko-Fi or Patreon will super help us out. So thank you very much for that. So I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!